Karen, shouting, indignant. "This is harassment! I know my rights as HOA president." Detective, calm, authoritative. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for trespassing and harassment."
The Homeowners Association, I thought my life would finally find peace. But little did I know, Karen wasn't done with me yet. I had lived in that neighborhood for almost 10 years. At first, everything seemed fine. Quiet streets, well-maintained lawns, and friendly smiles. But behind those smiles, the HOA, especially its self-proclaimed Queen Karen, controlled everything. The height of your grass, the color of your fence, even how long your car stayed in the driveway. I tolerated it for years, paid my dues, followed their endless little rules. But after constant harassment and unfair fines that made no sense, I finally had enough. I filed the paperwork and officially withdrew from the HOA. According to the state law, I had every right to do it. The very next week, I started building a wooden fence around my backyard. Nothing fancy, just a simple legal fence for privacy. That's when Karen showed up. Hands on her hips, sunglasses pushed up her nose, and that same smug smile she always wore when she thought she had power. "You can't do this," she barked. I calmly replied, "I can. I'm no longer part of the HOA. This fence is within legal code." She huffed, threatened me with fines, and stormed off. I thought that was the end of it, but it wasn't. A few hours later, as I was hammering the last few nails, 2 police cars pulled up. Karen was there, waving her hands dramatically, pointing at me like I was a criminal. "That's him! Arrest him! He's violating HOA rules and trespassing on community property." The officers stepped out. One of them, tall and broad-shouldered, paused when he saw me. His eyes softened. It was my son, Detective Daniel. Karen didn't know that the very officer she had summoned was my child. "Sir," he said in his professional tone, "can you explain what's happening here?" Before I could answer, Karen jumped in. "He's breaking the law. I want him taken away. He's building illegal structures, disturbing the neighborhood, and I've reported him dozens of times." My son raised an eyebrow. "Dozens of times?" Karen nodded, her smug grin widening. "Yes, I've been filing reports for months. This man is a menace. He doesn't respect our authority." Daniel turned to me. "Dad, is that true?" I shook my head. "Son, what she just said is a lie. I left the HOA legally. This fence is permitted by city code. She's been harassing me nonstop ever since." Karen interrupted, shouting, "Don't listen to him. He's a liar. Just put the cuffs on him already." That's when Daniel's tone changed. He pulled out his badge slowly and held it up right in front of Karen. "Ma'am, I'm Detective Daniel with the city police. And before you say another word, you should know. Filing false police reports is a serious crime." Karen froze. Her confidence cracked, but only for a moment. Then she laughed nervously. No, I was just trying to keep order in the community. He's dangerous." Daniel cut her off. "Actually, we've had multiple 911 calls linked to your number. Harassment complaints, fraudulent claims. Do you know how much police time you've wasted?" Her face went pale. The smug queen of the HOA was finally losing her throne. The second officer, who had been quietly observing, stepped forward. "Detective, should we take her in?" Daniel nodded firmly. "Yes, she's under arrest for filing false reports, harassment, and attempted fraud." Karen's voice cracked. "Wait, no! You can't do this. I'm the head of the HOA. I make the rules." Daniel calmly recited her rights as he placed the cuffs on her wrists. Her neighbors, who had been watching from across their lawns, gasped in disbelief. The woman who had terrorized the entire street for years was finally being held accountable. As they led her to the patrol car, Karen shouted, "This isn't over. I'll sue you all. You'll regret this." But her words had no power anymore. Her reign was over. In the weeks that followed, the truth came out. Karen had been abusing her position for years, extorting money, falsifying fines, even pocketing HOA funds. Her arrest opened a full investigation. Many neighbors came forward, relieved that someone had finally stood up to her. And me? For the first time in years, I sat in my backyard behind my new wooden fence, sipping my coffee in peace. No more harassment, no more threats. All it took was one desperate call to 911. and the wrong person answering it. Because Karen never expected the cop who showed up would be my son.